Hi everybody, welcome back to Rusty Gears Season 4, Episode 79 with me, Sid, and we're back from our various adventures and museum building. We still have more museum building to do, but we're back in our base, and several episodes ago, we set up these. Let me do a shift and remove many. There's a lot in each of these stacks, 64, so hopefully we've got enough, because these ain't cheap, but we needed them. We built the infrastructure to get this in, which is the old kiln here, and that's all good. We also built the charcoal furnace, which I do need to rerun because I used wee bit of that charcoal to make more terra preta, and yeah, that's almost out. 694 redwood there. We'll do more at some point, but we need to make these into so this is a refractory brick tier 3, which is the good one. You can get it back for things, you can make them, and they're used to craft a refractory brick kiln door. I don't think we need that. I think that is what we use for the beehive kiln. We use it for refractory bricks tier 3, and we use it for these. And we're going to need mortar, and I need 6 of those, so that's fairly straightforward. But we're going to need mortar. Mortar is going to use slaked lime and sand. Slaked lime is quick lime plus 1 litre makes 4 litres. I would like to get a reasonable amount of quick lime going, and I suppose what we should do is get that done so I can pour that, and then we can get another bunch of lime cooking, which should be entertaining. And then the design here is that's going to go in here. Now I'm going to probably set it back a little bit. I'm going to have a stairwell down here that will take me down to get to the fuel. This will take me straight into the section for the hoofer. That's the plan, because I'm fairly certain that I don't have any mortar. Let's have a look. Nope, I don't. Do I have any sand? Not a lot. Probably conglomerate's the one I've got the most of. If I have a look at lime, I've got... yeah, I need more quick lime than that. Let's take a stack of 128 lime and we can cook that up. So if we look at that, that bakes in an oven into yeah, basically we bake it. 2 pieces baked, so I'll get 64. That should be more than adequate to make the stuff we want. I better make sure that I've got that in my inventory before I burn my pinkies, and yeah, we can work on and get a steel bloom in, because I've got a reasonable, I've got a lot of iron to process, or 46 plus another 25 there. I should probably get that up to 64, so that is 71 ingots. In terms of steel, I've only got the 16, so yeah, not as flush. Have got a lot of hematite though, and I've got blooms to process, so these are all things that can be going on in the background. We've got plenty of iron doors, so that's all good too. I'm almost certain I've got coffins. So, processing, that's going to be the name of this game. I think we're going to try and get that cementation furnace up and running. I should probably get this filled up and running as well, because more gold is always good. And at the moment they're sitting idle, which is not good. We could go and have a look at our fellas in here. Let's have a look what we got. Yep. Okay, no. Oh, you've got a cheese. I'll buy that off you. I don't care about anything else though. What are you? You are a furniture trader, which means that you are going to sell me 4 of those. And 18 of those. I hate making chests. So I actually do need an iron door, so we'll buy one. There you go, all sorted. Oh, I've got stuck on some noisy buggers, aren't they? So let's get this done. We can go and put the stuff away just so I don't have to worry about those again. Keep hold of that. The cheese needs to go upstairs. Put that away. I actually do need to make myself some sandwiches with a good mix of foods in them, because my veg is not brilliant, my protein is a little bit low, my dairy is virtually non-existent, and yeah, would be nice to have those extra hit points from having a balanced diet, but oh well, it is what it is. So let me get this done, and well, I'll be back with you in a second. Alright, we're almost there. Almost, but not quite. Come on, flick over. I'm going to leave the coal in. I'm just going to put the stuff. There we go. I'm going to put you straight in. Okay, you're not going to let me do that. That's fine. You'll let me do it now though, won't you? Yes, you will. And then we can go and get this all spat out. Give me more copper, and it means that my copper process is, you know, a little bit more reduced. I also need to work out what I'm going to do in terms of the size of it. How I need to go and just go down to the existing cementation furnaces down at the spawn village and just double check sizes, because I can never remember the exact size. That we also are going to need the to chisel something to hold the coal in, because, or charcoal, because that will fall off, and I need to go and do some more tree chopping, because anyway, this now, if I remember rightly, this doesn't lose its temperature because we have got the fire pit mod on, unless that has broken. Nope, it's staying there, look, which is perfect. That is one of the most annoying features that in vanilla, is that this temperature would drop back to 0 and it would need to get up to 825 before it processes. Now, if these are in this fire, the fire is at 1100 degrees, the stuff that stays in the fire is not going to suddenly drop. It would actually make far more sense for the time it takes for that to be apportioned across 128. So if it's 120, it'd be 64. If 64 of those, if each one of those takes, say, 10 seconds, 5 times 64, you know, would make a lot more sense to just make the burn take longer, and then you just go from 128 to 64 in one, because that will be how temperature works. Anyway, I'm going to head down and just do a quick reconnoitre to remind myself what size cementation furnaces are, because I can't remember. And I know when you place things they show you the structure. That's fine, but it doesn't help me pre-dig out the space. So here are our cementation furnaces, and we actually need, let's have a look. So beneath, so we're going to go 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3. So it's 3 high from there. That's the slow down. Right, let's try that again. So you've got, this is going to be floor level, so I need to go down 1, 2 so I can get into here, and you've got these two, and then you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I think you can reach every point of this from the inside. There's no hidden bits. That goes 1, 2 there. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? There's an easy way to do this. Let me take a picture, and then I can use that later. What have you got going on there? Sorry, nosy. Right, I know what I'm doing. Next thing we could do while we're out is we could just head off just somewhere away from the spawn town and strip a few layers of sand. Just save us using the bits we've got. It's not like we haven't got a lot of sand. And I think you use, let me just have a look, if I'm making mortar, it's, so basically if I hit at 50 litres I'm going to need 50 sand. Is that right? One litre sand, yeah. So if I have 50 litres of slaked lime, then I need 50 sand. I don't think it can be 50 litres, I think it's going to be 48, but you know what, we'll just grab this little lump here, and you know, we'll leave it at that. Almost there. And you know, we don't need to do this, we could use the smithy cementation furnaces, but I just want to have my own. The only thing I'm not too desperate for this season, which partially because I'm actually not sure how the hell I would put them, is having my own pulverizer, and I'll live without it. I can always go and use the one at spawn. That's more than adequate. Incidentally, let me just slow down. I would like to point out now that not only are all of these vernalised up here, and that is vernalised, this one is vernalised, this one isn't yet. So this is the only fruit tree out of all of the fruit trees that we've got up here that has not vernalised, which means that every single fruit tree that I've got planted up here, if it gets warm enough in its growing season, should flower and should fruit. Right back here we've got cherries, apples, pears, more apples, more cherries, pink apples, cherries, pink apples, yellow apples, cherries, yellow apples, more pears, peach, yellow apple. So we should have an absolute bumper crop of fruit, which means that we should have a bumper crop of potential alcohol, which is pleasing. Yeah, anyway, let me go and put some of this stuff away, and we can also work on how we're going to do this thing. I'll be back in a second. Alright, this is done. 64 quick lime. I think I need let me just double check. This goes to slaked lime, 1 litre plus 4. Oh wow, that's actually quite pricey, isn't it? I did it the other way around in my head, don't know why. So slaked lime, that 1 litre plus 4. So if I were to do that, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 16 litres. So I put 48 litres in my barrel. I actually only wanted 16. And I'll use all 64. But that should make me enough mortar, because that will give me some technical counting skills, you see. So 10, 20. No. So I make that 16. 64 of those gives me 64 litres of slate. Oh, hello. Put that in, that gives me 512 mortar. Perfect. At least it's not one of those crazy recipes where you have to wait for hours while it just sits. So, we need, I think it's 6 of those. I'm going to guess it's not that way around, because I've got a feeling it's that, and that gives me 3. So another, that will give me all of the necessaries for this level, and I think this is right. This kind of is a structure down here. We still need to work out exactly how we are going to place some of this, but pop that down, and this goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me take you out. And then what I believe I need is a coffin. Have I not got a coffin? Hang on. It is a coffin, isn't it? Yes. Granite stone coffin section, or an andesite stone coffin section. Well, they're easy enough. So I just need, let's do granite if I can, just because I like it. And we are going to need to, perhaps that. Hopefully that will work. No, it won't, and that's because it's a QP chisel, not a chisel. Hopefully that one is a chisel. One, 2, powdered borax. Okay, great. Where do I have any powdered borax? And if I do, where is it? Borax, borax, borax. I'm going to have borax, I know I am, but I've got 1. By grinding, oh, we just need to take, okay, that's even easier then. Just put you back, grab 1 of those, grind that down, we can make our lid, and then we've got everything we need for the hardly seems worth turning this on, but so that would have been that, 2 of those, that and that, I'm going to guess. Yes, 1, 2. So that gives us our coffin. Now it did say, let me have a look. Refractory. Cementation. So, 65 blocks of refractory bricks, okay. 3 different varieties. 6 grates and an iron door. Build the 2 stone coffin sections. Place the 3x2 in the middle of it. Place both in a so as to create a large container. With control right click. There you go. Then we get the stuff. So then we need these. So if I just do them in these, I can kind of work my way through, can't I? Because you've got this at the back. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more to get that bit done. Let me just do I don't know why I'm mincing around, and let's just do it. Do it. 36. So if I take the 4 out of there, that should give me those. That should give me a bunch of those, which we can do that with, and we can place those, and obviously that goes up. Yep. I might as well just take this. Can I do? Yeah, let me do a shift to remove many. I think I'm going to need at least this stack. Possibly more. Because that will give me 24. This is going to be very tight, I think, if I need that many. And then damn it. "19 blocks are missing or wrong." Okay, that's fine. So that's going to be 20 blocks, which is 10 recipes worth, which I may not have here. I may need to go and make some more. Oh, good grief. Let me just do that for starters. So that's 12. I'm going to just temporarily stick, no, I'm not going to stick that there. I'm going to temporarily stick a bit of that there. And then I think it's probably one of these things where it's really, really easy to underestimate just how much of these blocks you actually need. So I think we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then that. I've got 3. 5. Need 16 more. I'm hoping there'll be enough. Yeah, there's enough to have some spares. Because there is a chance that these break even if it's low. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now we should have 2 blocks missing or wrong, and that is that. No, I think that needs to be on the outside. like that. And that is complete. Lovely. So down there we fill it up, we do our stuff. That's great. However, what I want to do is I do want to make this kind of blend, well, not necessarily blend in, but what we'll do is we'll take these out of the way and we'll just put them in the toolbox. And I'll go and grab either some basalt or slate. I'm going to put those down there because I don't want them mixing. That is the coffin lid, which I'm going to just place there. It really doesn't matter. And we will, what we got? Got a couple of pieces of basalt, that's fine. Let me take two more. I've got an idea that I'd like to perhaps pursue. And then we'll take you, because we can. We'll slice off the bottom. We'll slice off all of this. I probably need just slightly more. Actually, I only need two, that's fine. And then we can bring that back. To here. I need to put my other tent bag down if I'm going to do this properly, because I've got all my chisel tools are in that build bag, which we will be using again. I mean, we're in February now. Once we get through March, April time, hopefully it will have warmed up sufficiently up in the north for me to go back and help Gran. But the honest situation up there, it's so cold. You can only work for like 10 minutes before you have to go and hide by a fire and then warm up again, even with your best winter woolies. I think she said it was like minus 30 odd or minus 40 odd one session while she was working. I just think it's got easier to hammer the work out during the summer, or the summer and spring, and maybe a little bit of autumn, but winter is just seriously unsustainable to do any significant work up there. Can I get away with this? I think this will be adequate. It's an industrially grill styly. Which should be more than adequate. And I'll just copy that over onto the other side. Stick a torch holder down here with a torch so we can light it. Oops, hello. And thank goodness you could do that. I wish you could do that in real life, I really do. A number of times I've been working on some wood project and chopped off the wrong bit or done something. Now there are tricks to add things back, but they are tricks and they don't always work. But yeah, so an undo button in life, that's what we need. That gives us that. Now my thoughts here were, if I were to, right, I'm going to have to strip you back. I might get away without having to worry too much because this is andesite on this side. Boop, 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 boop. I might knock out a couple of those blocks and just replace them with some aged ashlar blocks though, because I think they will look better. I'm going to add some of that. We're going to select you. We're going to come out to here and we are going to come like this. I'm going to have to definitely put down my do I want it that, or do I want like that? If I'm going to do that, then it would need to go. Doesn't really work, does it? No, maybe we do that. 1, 2, 3. That works. Yeah. And it's just to give it a ladder, and then we'll use the ladder tool to turn this chisel block into a ladder, and the world will be good and happy. Let me get these done, be back in a sec. Alright, we're done. Well, almost done. Hang on a second. Let's not get too carried away. I need a torch holder. We'll use all my brass ones, just so we're not using up the good ones, and I could do with a torch as well. Ooh, I have a torch. Not there, but I bet I've got one in my, who for what's a majig? Yes. Perfect. And that gives me, I've chiseled this back. Oh, I know what I did need, some ashlar blocks. Hang on a second. And decide, grab me a couple, maybe 3 of those, and some of those, that'll do me. So, we've got this is our thing. We've got the wood thing down here, we've got the ladder in the wall, we have got the torch to ignite the charcoal, and the ashlar block all nicely covered there. So that is a functional cementation furnace, but of course there is only one way to use a functional cementation furnace, and that is to come over here and get 16 pieces of iron. Come over here and grab some charcoal. Incidentally, I did set this running. It's probably done, but we'll let it run a little bit longer just to be on the safe side, because we've got plenty of charcoal. Come in here and we are going to go that, and then, yeah, that's right, and that, and that, and that, then that. Then we need to grab these, which are going to go like so. We're going to shut you down. We are going to get you, and we're going to go So that should be 2 lots of 16, and we should be in a position to light that. And that is working. Now you run this, and I can't remember whether it's 3 or 4 times you run it. I think it's 4 off the top of my head. It goes about 25% each time. So this will burn that charcoal down, then you come and put more charcoal in, so on and so forth. Hence why the charcoal element of this was so important. So I'm going to run this. It's going to take a while, but I'm going to also do that, because that's going to be our screenshot for this episode, and that's going to do us for this episode. So until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.